a lot of people that say, hey, the Institute has to do more. We've got a mission to accomplish and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't mean to, say, trivialize. I don't mean to trivialize it by saying blah, blah, blah. But anyway, you get the point. So, in that respect, having the name Immortality Institute being a big turnoff to more than at least 99.9% of the world, it's kind of a turnoff. People think it's some sort of cult or it's kooky or whatever. That's where the conflict comes in. It's a great place for people to meet up who are on the bandwagon of radical life extension, right? And it always has been. But it seems, in my opinion, that if we want it to be more, if we want to have broader appeal, which hopefully would bring in more money, more volunteers, more visibility, that the name in some form or another would have to change. Your thoughts on that, Susan?
I know. I'm conflicted. I've seen the forum streams and the messages, and I think everybody has great comments about why they're interested in changing the name, why we need to change the name. And I understand it, and I felt.
Here's the question that you streamers brought up: is it on your resume? If you were to go to a job, say a law firm, would you put Immortality Institute director, founder on your resume? Be honest.
Yeah, and that's a great question. At a law firm, no. Have I put it when doing these developments, for the nonprofit organizations in Silicon Valley? Yes. Am I putting it on some of the business stuff? Yes. But it's more acceptable here, so I totally understand. I mean, I got called out for Imminst when I did work at a major law firm that was very conservative. So like I say, I totally feel it. And I know Aubrey's talked about himself being called out early on in his movement for anti-aging as well.
Because he was affiliated with Immortality Institute?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Just because he started Methuselah.
When he started Methuselah, more like the anti-aging meme that he was spreading.
Yeah, he was talking immortality. He said, he openly used the term as meaning practical or biological immortality. And you're saying when he did that, it kind of got him caught a little flack for it, right? Okay.
Exactly, and I think and so I totally understand. If I was going for a law firm, I know what folks are going at. No, I wouldn't put it on my resume just because it created so much controversy. I don't know if I would do it now. I think now I am at a point where I would put it, and I have put it. But I know what people are saying. There are a lot of organizations, and I'm seeing this now in the Valley, that are going through their own rebranding efforts and their desire to change.
That's right. I mean, what are we talking about already tonight in just the last 20 minutes? Rebranding for Methuselah, rebranding for WTA as well. I think, and a lot of these people who belong to Methuselah, belong to WTA, are also people who belong to the Immortality Institute. And they all know that the way I look at it is it's smart to use the proper terminology or the best terminology to frame the issue from your point of view in order, and it's not lying, it's not hiding, it's not doing that, it's being smart, it's doing marketing, and it's putting the right terms out there to not let other people define you, but allow you to define the issue. That's the way I look at it. With the Immortality Institute name, I love it internally with all the members there. We have it's a great time in the forums, and I like the name, and I have an attachment to it because I was there at the beginning as well. But I also know what it sounds like. I know that it's not a good way to market. It's not a good way to frame the issue because so many people, the minute they hear it, they think it's a cult or it's a sect. It's weird. It's kooky. When I talk to people, if I could have an hour to talk to people and just discuss all the issues, I think most people would say, oh, well, that sounds all right. But we don't have an hour. We have a website.
Yeah.
We have a website that people click on, they look at, it says Immortality Institute, and they're like, ew. Okay, 99.9% of the people, right? Now, do we want, and then there's another question: do we want Joe Blow, sick fact, whatever, whoever you want to call them, general public coming in and participating in the forums? Some people say, well, we don't want those people. They're not going to do anything. They might cause trouble. They're not smart or whatever. I don't know. I don't look at it that way. I think you try and cast a big umbrella, and you try and frame the issue so that it's comfortable for everyone to talk about it. But we got a referendum going now. I'll let you chime in now on what I've said, if you have any other thoughts on the name change issue.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Like I had an emotional attachment to it at the beginning, and I still do, to tell you the truth. I also feel that it's we've had, I guess, 7 years now with Imminst and have done so many projects under that name, and are recognized, at least within our own sphere, like within the like-minded community. We know who we are. We know what Imminst is and who's at Imminst. So I guess to me the question is, what is the mission of the Immortality Institute, and how do we best accomplish it? And if that means a name change, then maybe then truly that's what Imminst was set up for, so that the members would be able to bring up their needs, a discussion, it would be voted on, and we move forward. So I'm very excited about the process, that it's working the way Imminst is supposed to do, whether it's a look change, whether it's a name change. To me, I just always go back to what's the mission and how do we accomplish it. And sometimes you have to be flexible too in the mission. I just some of the names suggested, I guess because I've heard them so much now here in the Valley, like rejuvenation and longevity, they have been used a lot, or they are starting to be used a lot here, especially for cosmetics, pharma, and to keep it mainstream. And I know for me, the one thing about Imminst is that it was never meant to just be mainstream. It was always meant to be something at the forefront, something to keep members